Welcome back, everyone. So just want to say a quick thank you to all you guys who have been returning to watch my videos. I really do appreciate that. Also, super close to 100 followers or subscribers. Yeah, subscribers. So please go ahead. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. As well as thank you to all the you newcomers who are just kind of coming in, checking out my videos. Really do appreciate that as well. Now, before I get into today's video, I just want to give a quick thank you to a couple of my buddies. Names will be right here up on the screen, for kind of giving me today's topic, giving me the idea to talk about this. Now, what we're going to be talking about are kill on-site commanders. Now, for those who are just getting into the commander format, pretty sure you've heard these terms before. Kill on-site commander, kill that on-site. Before I get into the actual commanders themselves and talk about why, quote unquote, they are kill on-site, want to discuss what that means. Now, a commander that is a kill on-site commander is a commander that is very strong and able to warp the game around it being on the battlefield. Typically, it's a commander that has a value engine built in, a win con built in, or just plain out overpowered. Now, commanders that have value engines built in are commanders like Corvold and Chulane that were printed back in Throne of Eldraine, in the Brawl decks. Commanders that basically reward you for playing the game of Magic. Corvold, whenever you sack creatures or lands or any type of permanent to any type of effect, even to himself, you get to draw cards and make him bigger. So he's a draw engine, value based. Then Chulane, whenever you play creature spells, you get to draw a card and put lands from your hand onto the battlefield. So as well as he gets to pay 3 and tap him, bounce a creature back, so you get to do it again. So both of these are value-based commanders that enable their strategy in the card, either by entering the battlefield or just being on the battlefield. Commanders with win cons built into them are commanders like Yuriko, Tiger Shadow, and Urza, the Master Artificer. Can't speak. It's fine. Yuriko deals combat damage. You flip the top card of your library. Each opponent loses life equal to that card's converted mana cost. And then Urza has the pay 5 mana, shuffle your library, play the top card of your library for free. So right there, you have these win cons built into the commanders that are fairly easy to facilitate. And then you have commanders that are just outrightly overpowered. Commanders such as Atraxa, Praetor's Voice, 4 mana, 4/4, flying, lifelink, vigilance, death touch. End step, you get to proliferate. Okay, that's just still powerful. That's a 4 mana, 4/4 that no one is swinging it into. Then you have commanders like Kalia. Kalia swings, and you get to just drop big giant demons, angels, and dragons out of your hand and onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Is she overpowered? Yes, because the fact that her on the battlefield enables this. Kalia could also be put into the win con as well as the value. And the same thing goes for both Corvold and Chulane and Atraxa. All these commanders have all 3 of those criteria. They have their win cons in the command zone, their value engines, and then they're also just really powerful, efficient creatures. So when we're talking about kill on site commanders, I know I just listed some right there, but why do those commanders meet that criteria? They meet that criteria because, and I've discussed this fairly recently in my video about the state of commander and how it's changed, is power creep. Throughout the last several years, Wizards have been focusing on our format, which is great. It's awesome. I love seeing new cards printed for Commander. I love the fact that we got Commander Legends, which is awesome. You know, I'm really excited to see more sets like that and seeing all the new precons and everything coming out. And it's really nice because it's, you know, it's showing Commander love. It's the biggest format in the game. A lot of people think it's the format that's keeping the game alive. It might be. Let's be honest, it might be. So how is that power creep affecting us? Because it doesn't really affect standard somewhat, affects modern somewhat. There's cards banned in those formats, but we don't get bannings as often as those formats to shake up our format. We did recently with probably one of the biggest kill on site commanders out there. I'm putting him right up here because for some reason I'm spacing out on his name. I'm going to remember here in a second. Promise. Golos, Tireless Pilgrim. See, I got there. Figured it out. We got there, guys. Figured it out. So we don't get those type of bannings that really shake up our format. You know, a lot of the commanders that once they're printed, they're in the format for a long time and for a good while. So these kill on site commanders are very prevalent and kind of in almost every pod. In almost every pod you can find one of these commanders that you see and you're like, that has to die or else I'm not going to win. Now, here's the thing I want to talk about. Is this good for Commander? Does this make Commander more competitive? Is this making Commander more, you know, is it making it to where the card pool or the Commander pool is shrinking, not expanding? My personal thought is no. And here's why I say that. Because not everyone who plays the format is playing to play the best Magic they can. A lot of times, we're going to sit down, we're going to pick a legendary creature that we want to build, and we're going to build a deck around it because we want to, and we want to have fun. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're trying to play Commander for. Now, yes, there are players who play, you know, the Corvolds, the Gitrog monsters, the Talrons, players who play, you know, Nath of the Guildleaf, you know, these strong, oppressive commanders, and that's fine. They can play those commanders. If the play group that they're in is cool with it, that's okay. But do not be surprised when people try to kill your commander because they know how strong it can get and can be. I personally play several kill on site commanders. I play Atraxa. I play Corvold. I have Grand Arbiter Augustine built, who is probably one of the most hated commanders that I know of. So when you're playing in your play groups and you're having your Rule Zero talk, which I know has been a huge topic, especially in this last year, is really focusing on that Rule Zero and getting an understanding of what everyone wants to play. Take that into consideration. If you're playing if you have a couple decks and you have a couple of those commanders that are the kill on site commanders, take that into consideration when you guys are talking about what type of game you're looking to play. If your play group is cool with you playing that commander, don't be surprised when they kill it, because that's part of the game. That's a big part of the game. I'm going to leave it there for you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And as always, thank you. If you like my videos, please go ahead, hit that like button down below. If you want to see more of my content, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified for whenever I have new videos coming out, please ring that bell icon down below. It don't bite. Sometimes. Maybe on Saturdays. And as always, play more games.